Have you ever worked your tail off on a project? I mean, really worked? You're skipping lunch, you're answering emails at 2 in the morning, you're pretty sure your coffee mug has legally become your domestic partner. You deliver the final product, it's a masterpiece, and you wait for the applause, the promotion, the parade in your honor. And then, nothing. Instead, Kevin from accounting, who seems to spend most of his day perfecting his golf swing at his desk, gets the big promotion. You're left wondering, what just happened? Welcome, my friends, to the invisible game of office politics. It's the game happening in the hallways, in the Slack channels, during those quick coffee chats that are never actually about coffee. This invisible game is a powerful force. It's like gravity. It's built on a complex web of alliances, rivalries, hidden agendas, and unspoken rules that nobody ever writes down in the employee handbook. The handbook tells you how to file an expense report, sure, but it doesn't tell you that your boss's boss only listens to ideas pitched by Susan from marketing. Or that the head of IT has a long-standing feud with the finance department, making any cross-departmental project a potential war zone. I can just hear the old-school advice now, probably from a well-meaning uncle or your grandpa. Just keep your head down. Do good work. The cream will rise to the top. A firm handshake, a can-do attitude. That's great advice, if you work in a 1950s black and white movie. Back then, the office was a simpler place. You worked for one company your whole life. You climbed a very predictable ladder. Your biggest political challenge was the boss's favorite donut. It was a straightforward, linear path. But today's workplace? It's not a ladder. It's a jungle gym, or one of those weird, multi-level escape rooms. We've got remote teams scattered across time zones. We have hybrid schedules. You only see half your team in person. Communication happens across a dozen apps. Slack, Teams, email, text messages, project management boards. The water cooler is now a private Slack channel you might not even be in. The old rules don't apply to this new, complex, digital-first chaos. So, if the old map is useless, what do? Do we just wander through the corporate jungle and hope we don't get eaten by lions? No, this is 2025. When we're lost, we use technology. We use GPS. And for the office, we now have something similar. Let me introduce you to the AI Office Politics Navigator. Now, before you start picturing a robot whispering gossip in your ear, let's be clear about what this is. Think of it less as a devious schemer and more as a super smart, incredibly observant personal coach. It's your AI wingman for your career. What does it do? At its core, the Navigator helps you understand the invisible social and political landscape of your workplace. It analyzes communication patterns and organizational data to give you a clear, objective picture of what's really going on. It shows you who the real influencers are, how teams actually collaborate, or don't, and where the hidden centers of power lie. It's like putting on X-ray glasses to see the skeletal structure of your company's social network. It's designed to empower you with insights previously reserved for the most senior, most connected people. Now let's talk about what it doesn't do. Alright, so how does this AI wingman actually work? Is it magic? Is it powered by the tears of unpaid interns? Not quite. The AI Office Politics Navigator works by analyzing large sets of anonymized, aggregated data from a company's digital collaboration tools. We're talking about metadata, not the content itself. For example, it looks at public communication channels like company-wide Slack, Teams groups. It analyzes who initiates conversations, who responds the most, whose messages get the most positive reactions, like thumbs-ups or other emojis, which topics generate the most engagement. It's all about patterns. The AI is a master pattern spotter. It can see, for instance, that whenever a new project is announced in the general channel, 3 specific people from different departments are always the first to ask insightful questions. This might indicate they are informal thought leaders, or it might notice that when a certain senior manager posts something, one particular junior employee always amplifies it, suggesting a strong mentor-mentee relationship or a strategic alliance. It maps these interactions to build a dynamic picture of the company's communication flow. The tool also analyzes calendar data, again, in an anonymized way. Okay, I see you. I see the look on your face. You're thinking, hold on, Trevor. This sounds a little Big Brother-ish. And you're right to ask that question. The idea of an AI analyzing workplace communication can be, well, kind of creepy if it's not handled correctly. So let's talk about the big, flashing neon sign here: privacy and ethics. The designers of the AI Office Politics Navigator knew this would be the #1 concern, so they built the entire system with a privacy-first architecture. This isn't just a feature, it's really the foundation. First and foremost, the AI never, ever reads the content of your private communications. It cannot access your direct messages. It cannot access your private emails. It cannot access the content of your one-on-one video calls. Let me say that again. It does not read your DMs. The system is designed to be fundamentally incapable of it. It only has access to metadata from public channels. It only has access to anonymized calendar information. It knows a meeting happened between person A and person B, but it has no idea what they talked about. It's the difference between knowing two people had a phone call and actually listening in. Second, all the data is aggregated and anonymized. The insights you receive are about general patterns and networks, not individual behaviors that could be used against someone. This protects everyone, from the junior employee to the CEO, from having their data taken out of context. So you have this powerful data. You have the map. Now what? An X-ray is useless if you don't know how to read it. The real power of the AI Office Politics Navigator comes from turning its insights into actionable strategies. The first and most important strategy is identifying the true influencers. Your org chart tells you who has the official power, the fancy titles. But the Navigator shows you who has the real power, the informal influence. These are the people who can make or break a project with a single comment in a meeting. The Navigator's network map will visually highlight these people. They are the nodes with the most connections, the ones who bridge different departments. Once you know who they are, your strategy is simple. Build a relationship. Don't be weird about it. You don't have to suddenly become their best friend. Just make sure they know who you are. Ask for their opinion on an idea early on. Offer to help them with something they're working on. When they speak in a public channel, support their good ideas. By getting these key influencers on your side, you create powerful advocates for you and your work. Another key strategy is predicting team dynamics and dodging political landmines. The Navigator can analyze the communication patterns within a project team and flag potential issues before they explode. Let's make this even more real. Let's walk through a couple of classic, sweat-inducing office scenarios. First up, the promotion push. You feel you're ready for the next level. You've been doing the work, but you need the right people to see it. You fire up the AI Office Politics Navigator. The first thing it shows you is the Promotion Decision Network. It's not just your direct manager. It's a web that includes your manager's boss, a senior leader from HR, a highly respected principal engineer from another team. Now you have your target list. Your strategy shifts. Deliver for your manager. Plan to gain visibility with the others. Volunteer for the cross-functional task force led by the principal engineer. Present your team's successes at a department-wide meeting where your manager's boss will be present. Use the Navigator to identify what this group values. Innovation, cost-saving, mentorship. Then frame your achievements in that language. Here's the thing that might surprise you. The ultimate goal of the AI Office Politics Navigator isn't to make you dependent on an app for the rest of your career. It's the opposite. The goal is to train you. It's like using training wheels on a bicycle. At first, you rely on them heavily to keep your balance. But as you ride, you start to develop your own sense of balance. You start to develop your own muscle memory. Eventually, you don't need the training wheels anymore. The Navigator is a coach designed to make itself obsolete by improving your own political, savvy, and emotional intelligence. Every time the AI points out a subtle social cue, it's teaching you what to look for. When it highlights a hidden influencer, you start to intuitively understand the traits of an influencer. When it flags a potential team conflict based on communication patterns, you learn to spot those patterns yourself in the future. The tool provides real-time feedback and explanations. Essentially, here is a dynamic you might have missed, and here is why it's important. Over time, your brain starts to build its own version of that predictive model. You begin to see the invisible game without needing the X-ray glasses. This process builds lasting skills. Read a room. understand motivations, build consensus, communicate effectively, transferable to any job. So where does this leave us? Is the future of work a cold, calculated world where we all just follow the instructions of our AI overlords? Absolutely not. In fact, it's the opposite. By using a tool like the AI Office Politics Navigator to handle the analytical heavy lifting of understanding complex social structures, we free up our most valuable resource, our humanity. When you're not constantly stressed and guessing about the hidden rules, you have more mental and emotional energy to build genuine, authentic relationships at work. The AI takes the guesswork and anxiety out of the equation. It helps you understand who to talk to, what they care about. This knowledge allows you to approach your colleagues with more confidence and with empathy. You can have more meaningful conversations because you have a better understanding of their context. The goal is not to use the AI as a crutch, but as a bridge. It's a bridge to better understanding, the foundation of strong professional relationships. You're still the one walking across that bridge and shaking hands on the other side. This is about using technology to augment our natural abilities, not replace them. The AI is a guide, not a puppet master. When the rules are more transparent, everyone can play more fairly. That fosters a healthier, more collaborative culture where people are recognized for contributions, not politics. It's time to stop letting the invisible game control you. It's time to harness the power of AI for your career acceleration and personal growth. The map is in your hands. Where will you go? Unmasking the unspoken rules. Know the invisible game. How AI deciphers the dynamics, metadata, patterns, heat maps, leverage insights, build alliances, anticipate conflicts, frame success. Beyond the tool, cultivate your own people smarts. Your future-proof career blueprint, human with machine. Explore beta programs, stay updated on AI and HR tech. Build better relationships and make sure your hard work gets recognized. The AI Office Politics Navigator represents the new normal for career management. It's an invitation to stop flying blind and start navigating with intelligence and intention. The future of work is human with machine. Be yourself, but a more aware, more effective, more successful version of yourself. Ready to take control of your career navigation? Sign up for beta programs and stay updated. We're rolling out new beta programs every quarter. Stop letting the invisible game control you. Harness AI for career acceleration and personal growth. The map is in your hands. Where will you go?